Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 5-0. Next is request to reduce the building permit fee to $27,461.97 to cover the estimated cost for renewing inspection and authorize the city manager to establish a 5-year payment plan for impact fees subject to TNT management purchasing the subject property. Ken, you want to speak to this?
Let me begin, and I'm going to get Carrie up also because make sure that we understand exactly how the fee was calculated and so forth. This property is the unfinished hotel at the corner of Journey's Inn and basically Taylor Branch. And we've been working now for approximately 2 months with the potential purchaser and also the contractor. There are actually 2 requests. One of them is basically a credit request, and that is to allow fees that have already been paid to be credited, and then only be required to pay the additional fee in order to complete the inspection. The second is a request related to impact fees in order to allow them to stretch the payment of their impact fees in order to give them the ability to complete the project, and these fees would be paid over the next 5 years. With that, let me ask Kerry to go through the methodology of how he...
42 then is that inclusive of the fire fee or? No, sir. Fire impact fees have been paid.
Okay.
This is water sewer.
I know what we're trying to do. We're trying to get this thing completed. That's the objective. My concern is that the $27,000 is not going to take, you're not going to be able to complete your work for $27,000. When you typically do a permit, there is certain activities going on at the time. So that when you do it this way, they're on the butt end. I don't believe, and here's my concern, I'm not willing to subsidize them. I'm willing to give some kind of a credit, but you would have completed so much. I've walked the facility like a lot of us have, and when you go back and you have to put together those elements that weren't approved, such as the firewall penetrations, all those kind of things, to get all that thing. And one of the things that I know about your department, you guys are struggling because you're an enterprise fund. I've got to be real careful what I approve, or I'm going to be robbing money from somebody else. That's my concern. And I'm willing to work with somebody, but I'm not willing to pay to work with somebody. And I got the same problem when I get to the impact fees. Let's resolve the building permit first. You're going to tell me that if I want to pay you $27,000, that you're going to do all the paperwork, all the re-inspections, write all the products, you're going to do all that for $27,000.
I understand your concerns, Mayor, and we have looked at it very closely.
The answer is yes or no?
Yes, sir. The answer is yes.
So if I hold your feet to the fire, I better not see one penny greater than $27,000. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, sir.
Including paperwork.
Yes, sir. Remember,
I'm glad you're not an estimator. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, you have to remember, we received a full permit.
I understand that.
Fee at the outset. This is actually additional to what they've already paid.
I understand.
So,
but if you had done what you did before with all the sequential thing, you're burning up that money up front.
yes, sir. Where we're at with inspections, we are at the point we're ready for interior framing and trades, rough ends.
I understand.
Okay. That original $68,968 permit fee for the project, if they were to pull that permit, if they were to start the project today, how much would that permit cost them today?
That approximate amount.
So the permit fee has not gone up in that. How long, when did this project actually come out of the ground? That's been
07, 08 was it, John? 08.
1807?
And the contractor, we have the realtor and the potential buyer.
Yeah, they all looked real interested, so I figured they were probably here for this one.
I want to quit saying potential buyer here. Hopefully tonight we can say buyer.
John's willing to kick in a couple of bucks too, man.
I tried. He said he'd take us fishing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, as far as permit, as long as Kerry says he can do it for $27,461.97, I won't argue with it.
Bob?
well, like all of us up here on the council and probably all the people who live in the area, we want to see this thing moving forward. We want to see this thing come to conclusion. So, yeah, I'm going to believe what Kerry has to say, and I'm going to support that for sure.
With hope in our heart.
Don?
So many times you hear in the State House and in Congress, we want to do something for jobs. We don't want to do something for jobs. This really is doing something for jobs. Jobs for construction, jobs for the hotel, possible expansion later, who knows. It puts us back on the tax rolls at the highest and best use. We get revenue from water drainage and other things. It eliminates an eyesore. And certainly, we as a council need to be flexible, but not to the point of giving the store away. And I don't think that we're giving the store away to get all these things accomplished. And if our costs are covered and you're giving your personal guarantee, I have no problem with it.
Chief?
Yeah, I just, given our economy, given the status of that building, I'd even be willing to take some minor losses to get that up and going.
Okay. Just don't, so the consensus of the council is okay with it. Let's go to the impact fees.
Okay. Okay, what is being proposed here is a graduated scale over a 5-year period where the first year they would pay 10% of the $144,000. In the second year they would pay an additional 15%,